sauce in my bag. Swag.
I see it, I want it. I stuck yellow, want it. I dream it, I work hard, I grind till I own it. I twirl on them noodles. Albino alligators. El Camino with the CeeLo, sipping Cuervo and no pizza. Sometimes I go out, I go hard, I go hard. Yeah, what's mine? Hey, what's mine?
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Taco Talk Tuesday.
What up?
Hey.
We are here back again tonight, guys. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Darnell Lamont Walker.
Latia Solomon.
Daryl Blaylock.
All right, y'all. How's everybody's weekend? What happened? What y'all get into?
What did y'all do?
Oh my, can I remember?
See, that's I'm gonna start having my guests write down.
Yeah, we don't have to do that.
When y'all know y'all coming.
We gonna have to prepare for that question.
What the hell happened?
Yeah. Well, Super Bowl. So,
Super Bowl?
yeah.
Yes.
Watch
Super Bowl weekend. Yes,
know.
it was. Who did your team win?
Nah, man.
You going for the Panthers?
Man, come on. How we know I was going for Cam, man?
Why?
Black quarterback.
Oh, okay. That
I
quarterback.
mean, come on. What is your allegiance?
Yeah.
with the white man.
Who owns the NFL? That's what my league is. Shit. I mean, the Super Bowl, that was Sunday, so what happened Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, just work, filming, all that good stuff.
I feel like I part. Y'all having to go to
Rap party.
rap party, right? I just got
This
invited
Sunday.
to that
This Sunday.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah,
project?
yeah.
Okay.
What was the project?
It's gonna be at Black and Sexy headquarters.
Sexless.
Sexless is the name of the project. And yeah, we have a rap, and it's doing really well right now.
That's what's up. Yeah, I just got the invite for that. I'll be there.
That's dope.
I'll see you, brother.
Nice.
My weekend was good. Friday, bar hop partied with some friends, always good. Made some new friends. Saturday, I was in the house recovering from Friday, and Sunday was Super Bowl. Hung out with a lot of good folks, had a lot of good food. You know, it was all good. All right, so everybody grab your shots. Y'all know how we do things. Always we start with a shot. Tonight, everybody's a Disney character. See who's on your cup.
Who are y'all?
Yeah.
I got Mickey.
Ooh, Goofy.
Goofy.
Minnie.
I never
It's
understood
on
Goofy.
on the other side.
He
Well,
was
you-
a dog. Goofy was a
I
dog
don't
that
know what
owned
this
the
is.
dog.
Oh, Donald.
He's like a dog hybrid.
Come on.
Right.
All right, let's go, y'all. That's loud.
All right.
All right, so we're going to jump right
Okay.
into hot topics, you guys. So first thing we're going
Get
to do
it.
is a follow-up on a story that we actually talked about last week. This lady, Claudia Castillo, do y'all remember the
Yes.
story? Teal, you weren't here, but Darnell
I
and
caught
Daryl,
it.
y'all remember the story with Claudia.
Yeah.
She was the woman who chased down the police officer in Miami that was speeding on the freeway. She had to, in order to catch up with him, she had to drive over 80 miles an hour. And when she stopped him, she recorded the conversation on the cell phone. Real quick, let's take a look at that video and we'll come back and give y'all an update on Claudia.
The reason I pulled you over and I'm asking you to come over and have a conversation is because I saw you since Miller Drive when you were first jumping onto the Palmetto.
Okay.
And you were pushing 90 miles an hour.
Really? Okay.
Yes, and because I was going right behind you,
Okay.
and you passed me at, I was going, 35 miles an hour down Miller. You passed me like I was standing still.
Okay.
Then after that, you got on the ramp, and we went past Bird Road. I pushed 80 to try and catch up with you, and I was still, eating your dust. You were leaving me behind, and I was going 80 miles an hour. And I just wanted to know, what's the emergency?
I don't know how fast I was going, but I can tell you this: I'm on the way to work right now. I don't believe I was speeding, but like I said, you're entitled to your opinion. I just saw you now when you pulled over next to me, which is why I pulled over here. I thought you had some kind of emergency or anything. Everything fine?
No, everything's
speeding?
fine. Yeah, it's your speeding.
Okay, well, I
What's
apologize, and I'll be sure to slow down.
All right, y'all. So Claudia, in case you wonder what she looks like, this is Claudia right here. So Claudia, she posted that video blasting the officer, almost making a citizen's arrest for his speeding. Well, since then, the officer in the police station down there, they have retaliated against Claudia Ortiz. I'm sorry, against Claudia Castillo.
Ortiz.
Ortiz is the officer. Castillo is Claudia. So
about
they have
Claudia.
since
Claudette.
right. So they have since shared several photos of Claudia. One apparently where Miss Claudia to be driving a boat and drinking.
Wow.
And the photo they captured reads, "Nobody is above the law except me when I'm drinking."
Petty.
Now,
Petty.
drinking and driving a boat in the state of Florida is illegal. They have posted this on Claudia. What do y'all think?
Petty.
It's petty,
It's
but she
Yeah,
can't
she got
say
what she
anything.
deserved, though.
I think so too.
That is petty as shit.
That is so petty. When the police is being petty.
The police.
When the police is being petty, come on now.
I
So-
mean, it's
Let's
petty,
be real.
but how you gonna be pointing out somebody's wrong when you in the wrong yourself?
Right.
You are in the
And then
wrong.
come to find out, I did some research. She had many other
violations against her with speeding anyway. So
Oh, okay. Well,
I think she's
You
an offender
know.
and she got tickets. No, he should be ticketed too. I mean, I feel it. I mean,
get it.
how many
Yeah.
times you been minding your own business and you see the police turn the lights on and ain't got nowhere to go?
It has happened to me.
Come on
you see
now.
You see I've seen many police throw things out of their window. Police got whole computers in their car. They're using the computer while they drive.
Right.
I'm like, I
That'd be
can
like
use
that.
a text message.
Right.
Right,
That's
right.
the
So I agree with it. I think she should have shot him too, just so he gets.
I was gonna say, I still stand by my statement. I think if she was a black man,
Oh,
she
yeah,
would be
man.
dead, and this story would be a completely different story.
Right.
We cannot run up on police like that. It's
cannot.
just not gonna happen.
All right, so moving into this week's hot topics now, you guys. So like we said, Sunday was Super Bowl Sunday, Super Bowl 50, which happened. It was, I don't know if your team won or not, but congratulations to the Denver Broncos. They won the game that night. But a lot of the things people are talking surrounding the Super Bowl. So start from the beginning. Lady Gaga, she opened up the show doing the national anthem. We got a piece of that, her singing. Take a look and come back. All right, I think Gaga did a good job. I wasn't mad at Gaga's performance. What you guys think?
That's important. I like it.
people were so shocked. I wasn't shocked.
I was
She
shocked.
She
can
sang-
sing. We all know she
she
can
sang
sing,
on,
so I had no quarrel.
The other award show, one of the other big award shows, she was good.
I mean,
Yeah.
Like she's never disappointed. Like I agree. Like I don't know why people were shocked either. Like,
I think
like, oh my
everybody.
she
I
can
think more
blow.
so. I think people know she can sing, but it's more so like, oh, what is she gonna wear? Because we know
Well,
Gaga
that's
to be
Well, you know, for the
outrageous.
last year she's been dressing.
She's Golden Globe. She was very subtle. Like she was very subtle at the Golden Globes.
She came a little crazy with this, but
Yeah,
it
somebody was
wasn't
like,
as bad as it could have
The
been.
best thing I
They
saw though was the meme that had Gaga. It was like when you got a 6:30 but announced the Hunger Games at 8.
yes.
That ain't right.
That
Yeah,
outfit,
yeah,
yeah.
That was
Your
typical of
favorite.
Gaga. Tone down Gaga though.
Right. It did also from Gaga. Well, another thing that happened. So everybody's talking about again. The Panthers unfortunately did lose the game. I guess everybody.
Y'all
Got
mad?
a little tear.
I guess everybody had a bet, on Cam Newton, but unfortunately they didn't take it home. So the biggest thing with Cam now is his post game interview
Right.
where he walked off. We got that. Let's take a look and talk about it. You think that there's just a poor display of sportsmanship, or how you feel about that?
No, I don't think so. I think there's situations that are very emotional for people, and I feel like I was going for the Broncos myself, but when I watched it, I feel like it's one of those moments where I might sit here and cry. Let me leave. I felt like that's what was about to happen. I think he just got up at the moment. He was like, I really don't want to deal with this, and I need to go somewhere and be by myself.
I think even furthermore, if
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I mean, understanding yourself and knowing yourself and knowing how you're capable of running your mouth sometime, or it might be. Cam has experienced an enormous amount of success this year. He's pretty much he's on his way to becoming the face of the NFL. So with that being said, in this not newfound fame, but this next level, elite level of fame that he's receiving, I think Cam was like, you know what, I'm about to have a nigga moment, and I'm just gonna get up and I'm gonna go walk away right now.
Right, but
Okay,
not
but
even
you're
that,
not-
because he not even that, but he he congratulated the other team before this press conference even happened. So I don't think it was poor sportsmanship. Like he did go over to the Broncos and was like, congratulations.
That
for
makes a
winning out.
difference.
Yeah, and that makes
makes
a
a
huge difference in unsportsmanlike qualities because he did congratulate.
Right.
But I think this was just a moment of, I really just need to be by myself. You thought you were gonna. This is like the biggest moment of your life,
Right.
and you didn't win. I think it's a time you just need to be alone.
And let's remember.
I mean, I don't know, because I kind of feel like, I don't know. I don't agree with him just getting up and walking off like that. I don't think it, looked good on his part. It kind of takes me back to like actors when they're at these award shows and the camera's on them,
Yeah.
and it's like, and the winner is Meryl Streep and Julia Roberts sitting there. Is she supposed to just get mad and make an exit?
Right.
She
No,
feels
fuck it.
she gave her best. People are rooting for her and all that.
Right.
So it kind of
Well,
takes me.
well, see that the difference with that is though you don't have the interviewers there. Like, so why do you think you didn't win? You know what I mean? Like these people are sitting there. These people are asking him like, so when you threw the ball and he, basically blaming it on you. Like I feel like Julia Roberts would walk off. It was like, well, if you would, did this.
If you didn't cry at the point that you needed to cry. But one thing too about those Julia Roberts and whatnot, they're experts. They've been in the field for a long time. That's not their first, second, third, or fifth.
Wait, the Panthers, they didn't win the whole season undefeated, though. They didn't make the Super Bowl undefeated, so this isn't his first experience with loss. I get it's the biggest game, but this isn't your first experience in loss.
But if in his case, it actually is because Cam has won on every level from high school to college. So he's won every championship game known to man, except this is the first one that he has lost. So, I mean, of course you feel some type of way. Was it unprofessional? We can agree to disagree. Maybe he was, maybe it wasn't. But at the same time, unless you're in that situation, you don't know what you're gonna do.
Well, we just got a text message that said they had Cam in the same room with Peyton at the same time, and that had never happened before. So when he did interviews, thanks, Mom.
Interesting.
Mama, you on point right now.
So
Look at you, girl.
We got a little bit of background information.
I get it. I don't think he should do it from here on out. That should be squashed. If I was a manager,
that's definitely different. All right, but with Super Bowl, so the biggest thing that happened, the biggest thing people are talking about is the halftime performance.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
So the halftime performance,
Who did what?
All right, the halftime performance. So Coldplay was the act for the halftime. It brought out some special guests, which kind of overshadowed Coldplay and took over the show. So we got a little
Coldplay show.
Yes, we got a clip of that halftime show. We'll come back and talk about it.
I see it, I want it. I stuck yellow on it. I dream it, I work hard, I grind till I own it. I twirl all my haters, I find no alligators.
Chris Martin had to squeeze. Chris Martin had to squeeze in his own damn show.
Yeah.
My opinion.
You can see his head.
Bruno
was
Mars
all in it.
was
Bruno Mars
number
was the
one.
best
He was
part
the
of
best
the show.
part. It goes with Bruno Mars,
Yeah,
then
he
Beyonce, then Coldplay.
It goes Bruno Mars, Coldplay.
So, well, the whole thing, aside
Here
from
we go, here we go, here we go.
aside from the special,
afterthought.
right? Aside from the special guest taking over the halftime show, it's a big controversy with Beyonce's performance. And also on Saturday, she released her video and single for the song "Formation," which she performed. It's been a lot of controversy around this, including this hashtag going around called #BoycottBeyonce. So, a move to boycott Beyonce, it has some clapping back over what they see as a superstar being unfairly targeted. It began when the singer dropped the video for the song on Saturday, and she's using lyrics such as "My daddy, Alabama, Mama, Louisiana. You mix that Negro with that Creole makes a Texas Bama." And she also goes on to make comments regarding Jackson 5 nostrils, baby hair. The video pays homage to New Orleans. However, they're saying because of some of the dancers, some of the lyrics, that it is Beyonce aligning herself with the Black Lives Matter movement. She's also paying homage to the Black Panther Party from the performance. All the dancers, they were seen backstage like this, holding their fists up. They're in all black, the hair.
Well, I ain't never seen no Black Panther wear no outfit like that. But at the same time, Beyonce is clearly one of the all lives matter people. So she doesn't give a shit about Black lives. And I think that people are unfairly targeting her for some shit that she has no idea what's going on. Like, it was playing. I don't think she's smart enough to create an idea.
That's
like
honestly
that.
what I said. I didn't see any of that when I watched the performance.
I mean, I think some of her dancers might be. Like, some of her dancers did take a picture and they wrote it on the sign, one of the names of one of the boys who had been killed by police.
Yeah.
And they held their fists up, and I fully support that. I don't think Beyonce herself sat down and was like, I want to have this. I think she's more of a, let's all just get along type of person.
I think so too. I think her team capitalized on.
There's also, this is part of the video playing. There's also the scene where the boy is right here. He's dancing with the hoodie on. They're saying, that's paying homage, of course, to Trayvon Martin, and have the police officers putting their hands up like that is saying that they're surrendering and they have to stop shooting us there. So
I didn't even see that part of the video.
I mean, that part's cool. I support that
I
part.
like the video.
Cool.
The video was cool. I like Big Freedom part in the video.
Yeah, that was definitely dope.
That's my
I
favorite
think
part of the
everybody
song.
liked that part.
But, oh yes,
That be
Right.
I love the New Orleans accent. I
But
love it.
it's a lot though. I mean, it's so many tweets going out with the hashtag boycott. They say it's time to hashtag boycott Beyonce because hashtag Black Lives Matter is a fraud. Stand with the police who put it on the line. Hashtag SB50 Super Bowl 50. Also this tweet, I will officially turn the channel when Beyonce comes on. Her new video supports a lie. Hashtag boycott Beyonce. And we have, if you love the men and women who serve in our military and police our streets, hashtag boycott Beyonce because their lives matter.
So I'm about to
You know
boycott
what?
white people.
Right,
Listen,
right.
listen,
Right.
listen,
Let's
listen.
boycott all white people.
It's such a target.
Not
It's
all
so many
y'all,
other
not
things
all
to
y'all.
boycott.
When I tell you people looking for a
something
reason
Absolutely.
to hate Beyonce.
Absolutely.
not Beyonce, just to be
Well, see,
mad.
I don't even know if they're looking. I feel like they just don't see
Right.
the shit. Like I was having a conversation today that was like, if I was to come back as a white person, what kind of white person would I be? And my homegirl was like, I want to be one of those white people who just doesn't know that racism exists.
Right.
She's like, cause you know, like, she's like, cause that has to be a good life. Because these people clearly don't know that racism is out there. They don't know that
that's
cops are
my
targeting
problem.
us.
No.
They don't know that we are the target of all this police brutality. And they're saying, well, that she's supporting a lie.
Right.
Well,
What lie?
I guess that
Right.
goes to
What
my
lie?
point
We-
because I don't believe that all white people are racist,
course
but
not.
I do believe
No,
that
not
all
all.
white people are clueless.
I'm
They
about to say that. I was
just
about to
don't
say
that.
get it.
Yeah, the
And,
white
and,
people
it's,
are
and,
blinded by
it's
the white
just a
privilege.
situation that you don't have to be. And I don't know if it's a white thing because I know black people who are clueless too.
Yeah.
But I think it's
definitely a white
it's an
thing.
environmental thing. It's a cultural thing. I think there are some white people who are culturally black who understand, but
Yeah.
you will never fully get
You
it. And I
don't
think
get it.
right.
Like
you just-
those
you
white,
won't
even
get
those
it.
white people that march with the Black Lives
Right.
Matter movement.
Right.
Yeah, you hear you supporting us.
But you can
right?
leave.
But you
But
still
I feel
don't
like
get
you
the-
still
Exactly.
don't
That's
get
big.
it. You
It's
don't
like
understand why
babysitting-
it's necessary.
It's like
You don't
babysitting your
understand.
sister's child.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right,
You can leave.
Well,
but
in
fuck.
support,
Yes,
you know,
can
of
still
course,
separate
and-
yourself.
of course, there were people that also tweeted out. You know, we got some tweets saying, "Morning. Just want to suggest the best way to respond to the racist call to boycott Beyonce is to download, buy, play, tweet, sing, formation." We also had Beyonce tried to break racial barriers and speak about crime on her culture, and instead you come up with hashtag boycott Beyonce. And when she sang about single ladies, you were hailing her as a queen, but now she's singing about being black. It's hashtag boycott Beyonce.
Well, who
I
wrote
was just
the
gonna.
song?
I was just gonna say.
That's-
No.
I mean, I'm
That's
sure
a
that
question, too.
she is a main writer, but I'm just.
Then she has
Oh,
to-
actually, you know
no,
what?
no,
Ray
no, no, no.
Ray Schrimmert, how do you say it?
Ray,
is
yeah.
one of the writers credited on the song. That's very.
She
interesting.
has writing camps.
Yeah.
Her, Rihanna, all those big stars have writing camps. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were someone else's words.
I'm sure they are.
And her
Yeah.
team was like, "Ooh, this is the perfect
You know,
time to
apparently what
launch
Beyonce
this."
does is like she puts like a period where
A
comedy
period
used to
and
be.
then she take-
Right.
And she's like, I
Listen,
help write it.
unfortunately, Whitney died gets no royalties from because she didn't write any of her music. So Beyonce is just smart. But keeping with that, so the story has just kept going since Sunday. So former New York Mayor Rudy Giuliani, he was on Fox and Friends. On Monday, he criticized Beyonce's appearance at the halftime show, which alluded to the Black Panthers and Malcolm X as an attack on police officers. He has some choice words to say. Let's take a look at what Giuliani said. We'll come back and talk about it.
The halftime show, I thought it was ridiculous anyway. I don't know what the heck it was. A bunch of people like bouncing around and doing strange things.
They look good. That's
It was terrible. I think.
Coldplay and Bruno Mars.
I actually even know why we have this. I mean, this is
You gotta do
football.
something at
This is
halftime.
football, not Hollywood. And I thought it was really outrageous that she used it as a platform to attack police officers, who are the people who protect her and protect us and keep us alive. And what we should be doing in the African American community and all communities is build up respect for police officers, and focus on the fact that when something does go wrong, okay, we'll work on that. But the vast majority of police officers risk their lives to keep us safe.
Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Hold on.
So now,
I'm
go ahead,
really
Derek.
Mayor
Scratching my head
Giuliani, you so out of touch, my brother. For one of those people jumping around and dancing crazy or doing whatever. What do you mean they're performing? It's called a performance, and there's a reason why the NFL asked them to come and perform in the halftime. Secondly, to come at Beyonce like that, man, clearly you sour because you're no longer in office right now, and I think you just really don't get that. You know, it is an issue, and Beyonce being who she is, maybe she's being passive aggressive in her form of speaking about it, but it's really an issue, bro. And you out of touch, and for you to be on national TV talking like that, we need to go check your psyche out, man.
Tia,
If
what's your...
anything, it's that's subtle racism right
Right,
there. That's a part
exactly.
of what she's trying to fight and what she's trying to her message. So for him to say that is it's like jigging, jucking, and jiving. I mean, it's more to that.
For me, it was when he went from talking about Beyonce and Bruno Mars, because he was talking about the whole halftime, Beyonce, Bruno Mars, and Coldplay, to saying going into black people need to respect the police. Have you not seen the last
not even
how
that.
many years?
Giuliani was mayor when New York's NYPD was like one of the most corrupt police forces in the nation, in the world. And killing black people every day. And he's like, she needs to. He said the African American community needs to build up a respect for the police department.
Right.
When?
For what?
Yeah.
Right. Again,
Have they respected us?
Somebody who
Between
is
murders?
clueless. I don't know the difference. He's clueless.
Giuliani looks for an opportunity, just like when he was running for president, and he tried to use 9/11 as a platform and try to use the sympathy of voters to get votes by using 9/11. Like, nigga, no. Like, he's just a horrible person. He's a horrible person. He's the one that tried to get the homeless people off the street and get them arrested. He's the reason homeless people got arrested for being homeless in New York. He's the reason the NYPD was what they were. Like, he needs to die. Like, he needs to be killed.
He's a goon.
Or whatever. He's horrible.
It's just, I don't know. Sit there and make comments
New
like
York,
that.
get rid of it.
New York, get rid
And
of it.
nobody checked them.
Oh, no, that's Fox and Friends. They weren't going to check him.
They ain't gonna say
They was
shit.
on there very happy with
They
what
wanted
he had said.
him.
They wanted him there too.
Specifically targeted him on purpose.
Oh, if they could have got Stacey Dash to sit her ass there and say something,
God.
they would have called her up.
Ugh.
I agree. Her black
She
ass
need
should
to
not have been
die.
out there.
Oh my God. Black ass.
All right, y'all. All right, well, we'll keep seeing what's happening. Beyonce also announced that she's going on tour, which was another whole thing going with it. But, this is one time I have to say, I like Beyonce. I'm not a beehive or a stan. I do like Beyonce. But I'm actually glad she did everything she did this weekend, from the video to the song to the lyrics to the Super Bowl to the costumes. Everything that people was complaining about, I'm glad that she did it.
And me too. Like, I was actually, and y'all know I talk a lot of shit about Beyonce. Like, I do not like her whatsoever. But it was a great show. And I liked the video and the song.
And whether it was all, again, her conception, idea to
Who's everyone?
The fact that she did it and she's the face of it.
Right.
B, you good with me?
Right. You okay with me all day?
All right. So moving along.
Like, I have a little something to add to that.
Oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
All I gotta say is I respect Beyonce. She's great. That's good and everything. Yes, she spoke out. Yes, but don't be fooled. That's my thing.
I'm not.
Don't be fooled. It's all about the money at the end of the day.
This is the fact that
and that's I believe that.
This moment that everybody is talking about it, though, that's the thing. It's a conversation. Some people are uncomfortable with it, but it's
because even like, I don't know if we're talking about title, but even like, I feel like they played a very strategic. It was very strategic. Like, she released the video and the song. They had the Super Bowl. Tidal gave $150 million to Black Lives Matter organizations, and now she's going on tour and. It's always Black Lives Matter. And I still don't believe that her and Jay-Z are
I just
Black
saw the
Lives
headline,
Matter.
but she's also doing something for Flint. She's also doing something for Flint.
They need to do media about that.
It is I saw
right
it
now
online,
it seems very
but I
money
think it's the whole thing. But yeah, so
Okay.
I mean, I still think I think it will always be money driven for them. Like, I just don't buy anything that they do that's publicized. Like, anything that's public that a celebrity does, I just think it's bullshit.
But I think that's what the media has done to us. Is like we always questioning: is it motive behind it, or is it actually them? All right, so moving on, you guys. So Kanye West is back on Twitter. So y'all know, like, about 2 weeks ago, he was on beefing with Wiz Khalifa for the whole Amber Rose finger in the booty ass bitch situation. Well, Kanye is back on talking about his upcoming new album. So he announced that he was changing the title of his album again. So first, it was So Help Me God. Then it went to Swish, then Waves. Now it's a mysterious acronym, TLOP. So Kanye, he tweeted out that he's at Studio Final Verse's new album, TLOP. The new album, that's the new album. Anybody who can figure out the title gets tickets to season 3, which I'm assuming is a concert, and free Yeezys, which is his expensive ass shoes.
So did you tag him in this?
You know, he will be tagged in the morning.
The love,
but can you guess the love?
That's
the best. You know, the funniest thing I saw was actually Pizza Hut, because these companies been getting in on it. They tweeted Kanye the love of pizza. Okay. So I thought that was. Really
I was wondering what it was, because somebody on my timeline, I didn't know that he changed it again, but somebody on my timeline was like, Kanye, can I buy a vowel? I guess that's what they were talking about.
That's what they're talking about, yeah. It does look very Wheel of Fortune. Final guess. What do y'all, any thoughts on what it might be?
I'm not
Mine
even
was
trying.
stupid.
What was yours?
I'm not even.
Top lip over pussy.
Oh. Did you write that down?
How you look down?
Oh, you look down like, did you write that?
Wow.
That's my
but
guess.
if you can figure it out, Kanye get you some tickets and some Yeezys.
It's gonna be something so ignorant.
It's gonna be something. All right,
If
so
it's me, hashtag.
moving along, you guys. So Donald Trump, he is back in the news for his most recent situation. So Trump used some choice words at a Monday night rally against his running mate Ted Cruz. So Donald Trump, he didn't per se say the words himself out of his mouth. He was at a rally speaking about Ted Cruz, and someone in the audience said something which he repeated. So we have a video from the actual incident. We'll take a look.
They asked Ted Cruz, serious question, well, what do you think of waterboarding? Is it okay? And honestly, I thought he'd say absolutely, and he didn't. He said, well, it's, he's concerned about the answer because some people, she just said a terrible thing. You're not allowed to say, and I never expect to hear that from you again. She said, I never expect to hear that from you again. She said he's a pussy. That's terrible. Terrible.
All right, so Trump, he rose to political prominence as the candidate who had the fortitude to say what you were really thinking. That's why he's number one in the polls, number one trending on the Republican side of everything. But what do you guys think?
He won tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, he did win New Hampshire?
Yeah. He won New Hampshire.
Yep, he won New Hampshire.
Wow, so this didn't hurt him too much.
There's a chance. Y'all
sleeping. Y'all sleeping.
This man is gonna fuck around.
It'll be y'all president.
Right, be y'all president.
Cause y'all playing.
Oh,
Cause y'all ain't doing nothing about it.
Oh, I'm out. I'm gonna find me old nasty Nigerian wife. I'm moving to Nigeria, man. I'm gone.
I'm so through with y'all right now.
I'm out. I can't. Like it's crazy. Like I mean, I'm not mad at him at this point. You can't be upset, shocked, or anything.
Right.
I just think it is what it is. And I'm not mad at him for repeating what the woman said. I mean, I would have did. This is a good strategy.
It was a gift.
I mean, he repeated. He didn't have people always in the heckling and saying things.
Yeah.
He repeated that because he wanted to say it.
Right.
But it's like,
Right.
I can say she said it and it not actually be the
Of
words
course.
out of my mouth.
Didn't really
but
say
it is the words out of your mouth.
Right.
I think it's a little bit disrespectful.
It was very disrespectful.
As
This
well.
is,
Of course
come on,
it's
this is
disrespectful.
you're a person who's running the free world.
Yes.
Using, choice language like this. Granted, I'm sure, Obama and every other president behind him uses certain language probably behind closed doors, which we don't see.
Yeah.
But to stand at a podium in front of the
Well,
country.
you called Kanye a jackass.
Well,
you wasn't wrong.
This is true. Well, I mean, it's a show. I guess maybe it just shows how much further along we have come and how, how it's acceptable now when you got someone running for the ruler of the free world to be like, oh, he's a pussy. I mean, back then, you could say, you couldn't say it. You can talk around it, but you can say it. So, I mean, y'all keep playing with this dude saying what you really saying. What he gonna be doing is he'll be making rules in your house before y'all know it, and y'all gonna be under martial law crying and wondering what the hell going on.
Right. But on top
Because
of
if
that,
you ain't rich, I'm sure even if you white and not rich, Donald Trump does not care.
Oh,
About
poor
you.
white people have no role in this society.
no. But on top of that, not only
Right
us,
here, right now.
I'm telling you,
Bubble on the run.
Listen, poor white people think that like that's the
What do you
worst
say?
thing.
It's a waste of good skin.
I'm telling you, like the worst thing is when a poor white person thinks that they're racist. Like you are racist because you have no power, but then you also think that you're a part of this grand white scheme.
Right.
And
You really
these
not.
white boys called me in Virginia. These white boys called me a nigga, and I was like, if some shit go down, y'all will get left down here with us niggas. Like that shit is not going to happen. You are not included, and so white people
Tia, you were about to say something.
oh no, I was just gonna say, okay, yeah, we come a long way with language, but that scares me in terms of for other countries.
Right.
Okay, he can talk like that in America, but once he starts talking to China, Russia,
You go over there talk to
all
Putin
these
like
other
that.
people who have
You ain't coming back on Air Force
exactly,
One.
we're gonna be in World War 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna be gone.
Right.
Easy.
I mean, honestly, again,
I
popularity,
believe that.
whatever have you.
leaving, huh? He said he
I do not think Donald
I
Trump
want
will
to-
become
I
our
want to
president.
You say you
Canada.
think it will be?
I'm going to Toronto.
I
I'll go to
don't.
Japan.
Probably not. I mean, like Bernie won tonight too, by the
Yeah.
way. So
Yeah.
Bernie beat Hillary tonight in New Hampshire. So that's
Well,
the thing. But I mean, I'm
they-
like
Bernie is not going to beat Trump. Y'all, we got to pray.
No, he's not.
Right. All right.
Jimmy
Well,
Carter won
good.
years ago.
Darnell, thank you for that segue because actually now we are switching over. So Bill Clinton, he is in the news because he ripped Harry. Bill Clinton ripped Bernie Sanders backers for sexist, profane attacks against Hillary. So Bill Clinton is campaigning for his wife's presidential bid in New Hampshire. On Sunday, he spotlighted supporters of her opponent for what he calls sexist attacks and harassment. We got a clip of Bill's comments, and we'll talk about it.
To defend Hillary and just explain why they supported her, have been subject to attacks that are literally too profane, often, not to mention sexist, to repeat.
So,
Bill,
hearing Bill say the word sexist.
Sit your motherfucker. Bernie just be like, sit your motherfucking ass down.
You see that emoji that's like,
right.
Bill, you are no one to talk.
Bill,
chill, Bill.
Chill.
I see where y'all coming from, but I like that he at least tried to stand up for her.
I mean,
and he knows he has power. He took advantage of it.
But what is he gonna do when she's president? He gonna be take up for her against Putin?
When you think the last time they slept in the same room?
2001.
When
Chelsea
was conceived.
Y'all ain't right.
Hillary ain't like penises. 1970.
I'm so through with y'all right now.
Woo! Keep fucking around with this.
Y'all wrong for that.
Oh man,
I support it. Go ahead, Bill.
I support it.
Go ahead, Bill.
What was that damn shirt he was wearing? Y'all see the old
black? What was he speaking of?
Right.
I had that shirt on last week.
You did.
I had that shirt on last week. Bill, you got a taste, player. You got a taste, brother.
You see?
Well, you wear clothes that a 75-year-old white man wear.
You wear clothes that a young brother will wear.
Thank you. So he's hip.
All right, y'all. So, speaking of Hillary, so there's also a story out now saying the real reasons that young women are not supporting Hillary. Apparently, she has not captured the vote of young women. So most of Gloria Steinem's Friday appearance on Real Time with Bill Maher yielded that valuable wisdom the feminist legend has become known for. She said women become more radical as they age. There are more young feminists than during her day, and made the case of why young women are mad as hell today. She says when you're young, you're thinking, where are the boys? The boys are with Bernie. So that's why the girls are not voting for Hillary. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think of that?
I think
she apologized. She came back and she apologized for that. For suggesting that women are only feminists because the guys are. But I feel like she's right. Like, women become more radical with age, and I think this is a time where there are so many young feminists now, and even male feminists, and like they're all like 18 to 25. And mainly, like, it was a tweet last week with this woman. She wrote on Twitter. She says some of y'all get into a bad relationship, get some bad dick, and then get mad at the man and call yourself a feminist. And I was like, that sounds about right. And some of these people are only feminists because Chief Amanda said that Beyonce was one. Beyonce's not a feminist. Bell Hooks is a feminist.
You know they say
Gloria Steinem is a feminist. Some of y'all are just
what's
upset.
Trap Queen? What's the artist? What's his name?
Fetty Wap.
They say Fetty Wap is a feminist.
That's what I'm saying. Like any song about women showing power, they're labeling these people feminists, and I think we need to stop labeling people based on this bullshit. Like,
it's more so pro-woman.
Right.
So how about this? They also labeled it as Clinton's struggle to engage millennial women of color, saying her attempts to reach black voters have also been widely criticized. The candidate was particularly skewered for tweeting about Kwanzaa and changing her Twitter logo to an image honoring the holiday for a few hours. Twitter users launched the hashtag New Hillary logo in response to what they, much like those who participated in the hashtag Not my abuela, saw as inauthentic pandering. Not my abuela. That was funny.
I think it just needs to be genuine. I think that's what our thing is.
And for millennials, I think authenticity is.
But I think that's the thing. I think that I don't think that it's inauthentic. But I think that she's trying to use a formula that worked in 2007, and it worked then. But we've advanced so far. We're looking at it like, we're not here for you doing the dab on TV right now. We have, like, in 2007, we had issues, but we weren't talking about police killing us in 2007. Now we have issues that we need you to really address, and that's what we are all on now. We're all, like the people who are going to vote. She's trying to get these 16 and 17-year-olds, and we're 25 and 33, and we're out here like,
Right.
but we getting killed.
Right. I think even more so than that, I think it's just really a testament to that you really, like you said, using the same formula, the same Bill, the Clinton formula, which really worked then back in the 90s and even early 2000s, but until we finally got someone who actually represents us, the millennials and even young black people as a whole. So now you try to go back to that same formula, it's not working no more because we've gotten that now. What else you talking about?
Right.
You know, even we have a person who's running.
We don't want you to be cool.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't need you to be that no more.
No. We need you to come in and do work.
Policy.
Right.
Yes.
So tell us what your platform is. Tell us how you're going to clean these streets up, and then we'll get out there and say yes.
Right.
You know how you going to reverse what you and your husband did, putting all these black men in jail during Bill Clinton's administration.
Man, you ain't gonna let that go.
You ain't gonna let that go. But I think that will get us out there because these people she's trying to get to vote for her, all their fathers are locked up.
Bam.
Because of Hillary Clinton's husband.
There it is.
All right.
Interesting.
All right, y'all. So last thing, hot topic. So this one is actually an email. A viewer requested hot topic. So the story is from St. Ignatius College Prep in San Francisco. The school, they have suspended 14 students after learning they took part in a party with a racist theme on January 28th. Excuse me. So the kids attended a Wigga party. Wigga, it combines the words white and nigga.
These people are so crazy.
Right. So students, they were dressed in clothes that were inappropriate and appropriated the worst of black culture and its gathering that simply we cannot tolerate and will not tolerate, which is what a faculty member said. They've been suspended. It does not say for how long. Some students consider the suspension too severe of a punishment based on images in pop culture, basically saying we were only imitating what we see. So what do you guys think about that?
Nope. Suspension is fine.
It's not enough.
I think it's great.
You saw last week.
It goes back to last week was what was last week?
The kids that was playing dodgeball or something.
The dodgeball game with the Klan caps on. Then the week before that was the white girls who formed the N-word with their T-shirts in Arizona.
I think this is what we need to do. I think we need to get a team of people, a squad, a drop squad, and be like, every time something like this happens, we show up. We kill one of them. All right,
well, I'm not gonna support that.
I'm just playing. We ain't gonna kill nobody. But I think we need to start fucking people up.
That's it.
I think we need to set up like they got Black Lives Matter in all these states. We need to whoop your ass.
So where does it start though? I mean, again, if these toddlers up to about 8, 9 years old, you don't have that consciousness to know what you're doing. But these are high school students. High school between 9th and 12th grade, you're like 14 to 18. Mm-hmm. At this point you should have been taught about racism. Granted, they are taking it out of history books.
Yes.
But you should know something about racism, something about right and wrong.
But see, I used to think it started in the home, and I don't.
It starts in the home. No, it starts in the home. Kids, you're not born racist.
But I think that I watched a couple documentaries about basically like the school killing, the school shootings, and they interview these parents, and they're like, listen, and the parents are like fucked up. You know what I mean? Because they had no idea that their kids was doing this. And a lot of times, I know, looking at myself growing up and thinking back, like my mother, I had great parents. Whatever, and a lot of times where I was a bully sometimes, but I didn't learn that in the home. And all the bullshit that I did growing up was not learned behavior in the home. It was because you spend more time with your friends than you do with your parents, and sometimes you just want to fit in. I have friends who came from amazing households, and they spent. I went to college. They went to prison, and they spent 9 years in prison because they were trying to keep up with their friends. And I think a lot of times we try to keep up with these people, like this Wigga party. Like half of them showed up and was probably like, "Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and get it." But
I agree. It starts with great parenting because I don't remember a period in my life where my mom, who's watching, hey mom, had to sit me, my brother, my sister down and say, now y'all know it's crazy white people, it's this and that. I told my mother knew. I went, on college trips, visited a lot of schools. I told my mother when I was a sophomore in high school, I'm going to Jackson State University in Jackson, Mississippi. At no time did my mother sit me down and say anything, about racism, X, Y, and Z. Right. And me, my brother, my sister, my cousins, ain't none of us ever been to jail. Ain't none of us ever been locked up or anything like that. Yeah. So it just goes to show that racism is something that is taught.
It's definitely
because I think if I were young and my mom had been like, white people, they done did this to us, they done did that to us, and they did this. That's something that probably stick with me, and I might be a black person walking around just hating white people.
Well, I grew up like that. I grew up hearing that stuff all the time.
But I grew up that way though.
I
grew up with not my mom, but my father
Right.
hates white people.
My
grandmother hated white people.
Yep.
And it's like, don't you bring no white people? And it's like, oh, and I would hear it all the time. But I had many white friends, still do.
Same here.
And so I don't know if that's learned. Like two people can grow up in the same
It's
household.
learned because sometimes when we just have conversation, I do listen at the way like we talk about how we should handle or combat racism, and me, I'm very much with.
I talk about killing.
Y'all, exactly. But me, I'm very much y'all keep. That's Malcolm and I'm Martin. That's what it is. I'm Martin and that's Malcolm. So that's why, even though yes, you may have white friends today and get along with white people, I do still think
them if
at
they
the
call me a
core,
nigga.
exactly.
Right.
As opposed to me, I'm just like, I ain't got time to shit.
I get it.
So I grew up in like a pro-black. It wasn't like white people are the devil, white people are evil. No, but it was more so. Okay, we read autobiography of Malcolm X. We got educated. We understood the whole Egyptian culture. We did Kwanzaa. We did all that. So it was more like pro-black, but it was like, all right, watch out for the white people, you know. Like people always keep an eye open for them.
And I never got
and that's
that.
how
I never
I grew up. But I think a solution though for all this is discussion. So I think they should have like diversity seminars, and diversity discussions in high school.
They don't work.
They
Couple
should,
discussions.
again, even in hearing that, even in hearing that, but even in hearing that,
after discussion, if you know, then you can't.
But diversity workshops,
diversity
workshops, and diversity like panels at
Yeah,
work, they don't work though. They don't work.
But for
these
me,
people
it's
go
just
to these conferences and it works for the first.
It works for the 2 hours that they're there. That's the only time
they
it
come
works.
home and it's like
I always believe that racism is a learned behavior.
It's definitely a start though.
Because it's a conversation that I've never heard my mother, my aunts, anybody say like white people are bad. Look out for white people.
Question for you. Yeah. Have you ever experienced racism?
I have never. I cannot say I have directly had an experience with racism myself. And I was in Mississippi for 4 years. While I was in Mississippi, I went down to small cities in Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee.
Really?
I personally have never had where I had to sit and check myself. Like, wait, was that a racist?
I should have grew up in the part of Mississippi that you lived in.
I got racist every damn day. You don't recognize racism.
And that could be it. But
because I've had literally hundreds of incidents. Everywhere. I went to school in Daytona. I've been held at gunpoint, kicked out of stores, called nigga walking down the street.
Those have never happened to me.
Just in my face. In Virginia, same thing. DC, same thing. LA, the same thing. And it's like, what the hell? And so maybe you don't recognize.
But that also goes back to something like if it were a white person who grew up in the same type of situation as me, is where they family didn't say, black people this, black people that. Would they be in the same situation where they not walking around saying nigga and going to wiggle parties?
I think even if you're not told, you still look at the actions of those people. Like how many white friends did your parents have growing up, or that your aunts have growing up? Right. And like maybe they had none, and so you don't have any white friends there. I don't see you hanging around white. I see you. I know like one white person that you hang around. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a friend of ours. You know what I mean?
And that's coming from now, like seeing everything that's happening. No, I don't know why that's.
You know what I mean? But I think that it's like you don't like me. I've been in situations and environments where I've surrounded myself with white people, and so maybe like there are situations that I put myself in where I was called in there, and each situation, mind you, I've handled each situation that racism has happened to me, but. At the same time, I think that I don't know. I think it's learned. I just don't know where it's learned. I don't know if it's from in the house or out.
I hate to cut it off, but y'all, we have to keep it going right now, y'all. We're running out of time. Yeah, so we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna be right back. I promise y'all to help you guys out with viewer questions.
I got hot sauce in my bag. I see it, I want it. I stuck yellow on it. I dream it, I work hard, I grind till I own it. I twirl on them haters. I know alligators. El Camino with the CeeLo, sipping Cuervo and I go hard, I go hard. You what's mine? Hey, what's mine?
Should I contact his parents and inform them of his abuse, alcohol, cocaine, and ecstasy?
Let me say, if she would have called my mom, I would have been abusing more than drugs. What is in this? I mean the fruit.
Alright, y'all. we are back, y'all. So now it's time for viewer questions. If you have a question that you want us to help you out with, it doesn't matter what it is, relationship, work, church, just anything, you can email us at tacotalktuesday@gmail.com. We will do our best to help you out. All right, y'all. First question. My 16-year-old daughter started babysitting in the afternoons for a couple when she was 15.
Oh, shit.
Sometimes.
Where is this going?
Sometimes.
Fucking the husband.
Wait, no. Sometimes her dad would drop her off. Sometimes the husband would drop her off before he left for work. My husband and the couple's husband, whose child she babysitted, became friends when he and his wife split, and we let him stay on our couch for a few months. Then we found out that our daughter was pregnant, and she and the husband had been sleeping together before he split with his wife.
What?
My daughter is upset that we want to involve.
Oh, you just knew, huh?
Hang on, my daughter's upset.
Who else was it gonna go?
That we want to involve the police and press charges because she was underage. How can I get my daughter to stop hating me and understand that this relationship isn't healthy?
Okay.
Who said whooping was the answer to everything?
I believe a good ass whooping.
I think good ass whooping is the answer to racism.
It's the answer to right. That's why I wasn't racist.
Yeah.
I got
This
my
situation.
ass
Okay, so this situation is tricky. So I had a homeboy in college who, like, everywhere I move, I always check the sex offender registry. Everywhere I move.
Okay.
And I'm looking on the sex offender registry in Daytona Beach, and my homeboy's name is on there. And I'm like, so for about a week, I'm trying to figure out how to tell him that I seen him on the sex offender registry. What it was is that he wasn't a minor, but his girlfriend was, only like 2 years apart, and he got her pregnant. Her parents got upset, and so now for the rest of his life he's on that. I think that this man, and we don't know how old this man is, but
she was 15, so
right.
it don't matter.
He
was married.
He's at least 34, 30 something. He's 30 something. He needs his ass whooped. I think the father should beat his ass. But I don't know, because she's pregnant with his child, I don't think the sex offender registry is the way to go. Because there's going to be a child involved, and now he won't be able to work. He won't. It's like you have to think about the bigger picture, and getting the police involved in that is not the way to go. But I think he needs his ass whooped and
something cut off,
and his dick cut off.
Yeah.
Ass whooping is in order. I mean, if my daughter at 15 years old was pregnant with a man who's over 25, it's the ass whooping coming.
My daughter,
he get dealt with.
Any teen years old.
Right.
I'm sorry, it's the ass whooping. Like you said,
I'm punching in the stomach. The baby, she ain't got no baby no more. Ain't no baby, bitch. Ain't no baby. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry. Daryl, finish up. I don't know. Wait. Okay, I get it. Okay, let's think about the child's future. The father, he ain't gonna be able to work if he's on the sex offender's list, or he'll have limited opportunity for employment as a sex offender. But my thought is more so, if he's done it to her, he could do it to somebody else, which is why I'm kind of like, maybe I want the
I think he will. I think it's more of an acute situation.
He's not gonna stay with this girl. He's not gonna marry this girl or nothing.
Oh no, probably. I don't know if we can look. I mean, a lot of times you can look at statutory rape offenders like you look at some rapists and think it's like a pattern. I'm sure there's a pattern somewhere. And while I would never sleep with a
why
minor,
did him and his wife split up? That's what I want. Why
finances, because he's sleeping on somebody's couch, nigga, bro. So it could be anything. But I don't know if that wouldn't cross my mind that he would do it to someone else. But I mean, what were you doing at 16? Do you feel like you were making responsible choices? Like did you? I know who I was having sex with at 16. I chose who I had sex with at 16.
But again, this is just different. You can't get pregnant. It's completely different.
It changed the whole.
Because I'm sure it's plenty of girls. I'm sure it's plenty of girls and even guys. It's plenty of girls and guys out there who had crushes on, a teacher or something like that.
She shouldn't be pregnant no more. That's the first thing y'all need to handle.
Whoa,
second, and once she's no longer pregnant, then you call the police.
Question.
Yes.
Sex offender list. Does it stay on your
it
record forever?
I
thought there was a time limit.
You got to go back and re-register and check
everywhere you go.
Oh, I thought you could take a test
everywhere
or something.
You go.
All right. Any final thoughts on how this should be handled? What should the parent do?
In that baby.
I do think abortion would be better. It's just going.
Whatever y'all want to do, ain't my house.
So I don't go on the side of abortion, but I do think y'all should report him.
And take care of the baby the rest of his life.
I mean, they got money to let the man stay with them or So I don't know.
I mean, once you report them, that baby is now your responsibility. I'm not taking care of their child. Like, first of all, my daughter got to move out the house. Second, she's not pregnant no more. And then 3, I'm calling the police once she's
all right. All right. I'm married to the love of my life.
No,
I can't imagine loving a man more than I love him. And I know he feels the same about me. The problem is he's always telling stories about things he has done, including past relationships in graphic details. I've heard all of them repeatedly, and I'm sick of them. When I tell him this, he says, "Fine, I won't talk to you anymore." He never talks about our past, present, or future. How can I get him to stop reliving the good old days and start focusing on our life together?
You better spice that damn thing up, because it sounds like you boring.
Sound like you need to leave and find you a man that want to talk about you.
So. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes there's nothing to talk about. I mean, are you giving him something to talk about?
If he got, then he need to leave. You need to leave.
No, because he's reliving.
I think that will always be. I think that will always be. I think you hit that point. I agree. I think you should make it interesting or something.
What if she's tried and he's just?
You don't know that.
He's stuck in the past.
You gotta live through that. You made start over. I mean, I'm all about starting over. So I would have got out.
Or why doesn't she? I guess, is she talking about their good old days or whatever it is they have? Like, is she interjecting like, "Well, babe, remember when we did this or something?"
That, yeah.
Or is she just sitting there like, "Y'all don't have no good days, so you can't even say shit to have him be like, oh yeah,
maybe he's just hinting to we need something more, something better than this."
I don't think so. I think so. So since you guys are coming from a male perspective, from a woman's perspective, because I've been in that situation before, dating older guys, they love to talk about their experiences. Oh yeah, back when I was such and such, and I haven't experienced that yet. I would have to shut them down. Like, okay, look, boo, that's great and all, but I haven't got there yet. So I'm gonna need you to keep that to yourself, and let's talk about things we've done. And after that, then the conversation.
Oh wait, I missed something. Who is he talking about? He's talking about somebody else.
He's talking about past
just
others, not
Oh,
her.
I thought he was talking about
no.
Past with her. Oh shit! No. Oh, she got to go.
She got right. That's what he's talking about his good old days with other people, and she's like, "I'm tired of hearing about that. Talk about us."
Oh yeah, she needs to nip that in the bud.
Yeah, like they're married.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's her fault.
They're married. They're married.
Oh no, she gotta go ahead and stay.
Yeah, she gotta stay
because he's been doing that since they were dating,
right?
And she thought it was gonna change. That's your fault.
But more importantly, she's just. I mean, if you're tired of hearing about other people, then you need to say create a new boundary, like that's unacceptable, and then have him to focus on you guys. So that's
what you gonna do. What would you do on your? Like y'all just decided to make it exclusive. And she's sitting there talking about, well, my last boyfriend used to do this.
Pause. Don't you ever
so
motherfucking life.
You know what I mean? Like I was in a relationship a couple years ago, and her ex gave her a keychain. I was like, you gotta get rid of that. You gotta take that keychain off. And it was a Kappa keychain because her ex was a Kappa too. I was like, oh no, I'll get you a new one, but you can't have that on there. And I'm not an insecure person at all, but I think that when there's something new, you have to get rid of it.
But see, I think they do that.
What if she just put it in her drawer somewhere?
Oh, she can do that.
But I bet not see it. I bet not see it.
Okay, because I've had keepsakes from exes, and they've
I got everything an ex ever gave.
It's about having either one person's place.
Yeah. Like, I think sometimes people do it whether they know it or not. It creates a breeze, like an air of insecurity. You know what I'm saying? To keep you on your toes, but don't play them games with me. Don't you compare me to another man. Don't compare me to your daddy. I ain't your daddy. He ain't deal with us in this relationship. So chill.
Somebody new.
All right. Well, there you go, you guys. So we got to wrap up questions. You guys, email us, tacotalktuesday@gmail.com. Any questions you have, and we'll do our best to help you out each week. So we're going to take a quick break and come back to let you guys know who we are obsessed with.
Don't go nowhere.
I got hot sauce in my bag. I see it, I want it. I stuck yellow, want it. I dream it, I work hard, I grind till I own it. I twirl on the moves. Albino alligators. El Camino with the Cilo, sipping Cuervo and no Sometimes I go hard. You what's mine? Hey, what's mine?
Everybody is on. Shots, 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 shots. Everybody!
I agree with that. just don't think you can.
All right, y'all, and we are back.
Okay.
So now it is time to hang on
I
real
might
quick.
cut
So we got
you
another comment. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. It says tell after the show. I'm gonna tell it on the show. It says, tell Darnell I had a white friend and grew up in a black neighborhood and a white neighborhood. That's from my mama.
You gonna learn today.
Your son,
You gonna learn today.
Your son ain't got nail white friend.
I have white friends. We had white people on this show.
Oh, we did.
Oh no. Okay, so y'all, now we are back, y'all. So this again is Black History Month. So I usually do what we are obsessed with, but for the month of February, we are gonna do who we are.
Did you tell your mama her hair looked good the other day?
Hey.
You see a picture?
I've seen the
That
picture.
was, your hair was, hey, that was the first one to comment on.
Can you show a picture of your mama's shit?
She should have been my obsession this week.
Oh.
Your hair was looking good.
All right, so who we are obsessed with?
I'm first.
Darnell, you are first. Go ahead.
Okay, so so for Christmas I went back home. You can go ahead, sure. So I went back home, and I spent like the 3 days, Christmas Eve, Christmas, and the day after at my granddad's house. And so I don't know if I talked about it on the show before, but I've been doing like a lot of like back family history and stuff. And so we just sat there and he told me like all these stories from his childhood, and I was able to record them and get them on tape and all this stuff. So it was, and that's who I'm obsessed with now, because I've been taking all these stories and like archiving them. And so it's pretty cool. And so I talk to him all the time, and it's funny because he's the exact, like I'm the exact same, we're the exact same person. But like
he think we need
many
to shoot
years
the police
apart.
too.
Oh yeah, he's all about that. He's all about like the shit. He'll call me. I can't even say that shit. He called me about it, but he's crazy. Like he's crazy. I think we're the same person, but that's what I'm obsessed with right now.
All right, dope. Tia.
Nice. All right. I would say that as of right now, so entering the filmmaker's lands and coming from a different background, I think right now I'm obsessed over Ava DuVernay right now. She is the director of Selma and Middle of Nowhere, which went to Sundance. And I say that because she has had a late start in filmmaking. So she first started off, I think she wanted to do broadcast journalism and then went into PR. So she created her own company doing public relations and marketing called DBA Media and Marketing. And then I think eventually she done a few different documentary projects with hip hop and things like that. And then she finally made the transition into feature films. And granted, she's not the best and greatest. You know, there's of course many other great filmmakers out there, women and men, black and non-black, everything. But I'm pinpointing her because of the change. So my background is something different, and I'm going into a new area. And she was successful.
Okay.
And she made
She was.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, she is. She's good. She got the
is
Barbie
successful.
now. She has the Barbie now.
Yeah, not
Yes.
to mention she's still down to earth. She has the Barbie, and also what I like about her too is her persona on her social media. I think I direct her or whatever. She's still
clearly obsessing right now.
I love what she
I do
stands
like
for.
how she- I do
And
like
she
how
gives
she's
thanks.
connected with the
She's
people. She's
connected.
very-
She gives
Oh,
thanks
do you
to
remember when the
everybody.
Zola story came out? Ava, she actually tweeted her.
Oh, we didn't even talk
Said,
about that.
Zola, we
Good.
need to. I think it was on hiatus.
Well, you
when
know
that
James
came
Franco
out.
was
And
doing
James
the film.
Franco is now
We didn't
going to
talk
be
about
directing
that.
as well. That's
Ooh,
another
that would
would
have been a good one.
Yeah.
But that's my obsessive person, and as well as shout out to all the other filmmakers out there.
Okay.
All right, Daryl.
Now, I ain't gonna say I've been obsessing, but Cam.
Right?
Cam
Oh,
Newton.
okay, yeah. You gonna hit it one time.
Dipset. Okay. No, Cam Newton, man. I followed the boy. Although I'm an LSU fan, you know he played at Auburn. I seen the man career since college. You know I'm big on college football and college recruiting, and you know, boy, he was recruited as a 5-star out of Atlanta. Went to Florida, had a couple hiccups, made a couple mistakes, and had to go the JUCO route all the way to go back to Auburn. Find his way back to a big time program. Ended up taking Auburn to the national championship game, being a top pick in the draft. Now he's pretty much about to be the face. You know, well, he's assuming the position of being the face of the NFL. And you know, just like any other black kid, you know, sometimes we make mistakes and sometimes we don't necessarily do the right things. And we find ourselves, you know, being scrutinized because of, you know, whether we're popular or whether we, you know, we carry on our culture, we wear our culture on our sleeve, we represent for what people look, for the people that look just like us. And, you know, and I think the boy's been doing a good job about the way he's been representing. And unfortunately, he didn't win the Super Bowl, but even he walked off the platform, even they were trying to ask the boys some questions. But I think, you know what I'm saying, he shows a lot of character, and I don't think he'd get enough credit for that. You know, bouncing back and still dominating. So this year he's arrived, and yeah.
All right. So for me, I couldn't decide who I was obsessed with this week. So I actually said it's my show. So I have two people that I'm obsessed with this week.
Oh, what?
I couldn't decide because they're both doing big things this week. So first person, and they're actually two really close people to me, people I can actually call good friends, and much more. So first one is actually someone that y'all kind of familiar with too, our very own Darnell Walker.
Oh! Look who made up!
Praise God! So you guys, so Darnell is actually screening his film Seeking Asylum for the Pan African Film Fest here in LA. It's playing at the Ray Cinema right here in Baldwin Hills. So check that out. I'm gonna go see it on Thursday. Got a small piece of that real quick. Show it to y'all as well.
There is no good hope to heal the sin-sick soul, and the Holy Spice my soul.
So yes, I will be there on Thursday checking out the film.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
So Darnell's my African
Thank
American.
God.
But then also this week, another really good friend of mine. I just couldn't decide because y'all were just doing such great things. So photographer, fashion celebrity, lifestyle photographer, my good friend Elton Anderson. He actually
I'm the only one.
Elton is created this platform. It's called Creators of Color. It's a platform highlighting diversity in just the field of creative, just the creative sphere is everything. So yesterday, Monday, he put out this photo via Creators of Color of Jussie Smollett and Journey Smollett. They posted the photos also. He took these of them at Sundance this year. The photos have gone everywhere. I mean, they have been reposted on so many blogs. You go on your timeline. If you go to your Explore tab, because we're all friends, like you go to your Explore tabs, it recommends things people get followed. You will see these pictures somewhere. It's just been such great feedback, such positivity for him. He's really passionate about this project, and it's a lot more great things coming. I can't wait to see things that are coming. That's Elton right there. Again, y'all. Check it out. It's Creators of Color on Instagram. Right now they're just getting started, but it's a lot more to come.
Yeah.
So that's who I'm obsessed with.
I was doing the bit because I've seen that photo at least 100 times on my timeline
everywhere.
The last couple days. So it's really good. And you showed me some of the other ones. So it's like I'm excited. I'm really excited about it. Yeah.
So y'all look for Creators of Color. Y'all can follow his page on Instagram.
I need a picture taken.
I'm about to go follow him right now.
All right, y'all. So real quick before we get out of here, let everybody know where they can find y'all.
Darnell Lamar Walker, passportrequired.com.
Instagram at l.solomon, SOLOMON_.
You find me at Twitter, CountryBoy24 with the K. On IG, you can find me Daryl Blaylock Jr. And yeah.
And at their rap party.
Oh, and you can find us at the rap party because for the season 2 rap party for Sexless, it's gonna be dope. And can't wait to tune in on this Saturday night for the season finale. Y'all ain't ready for what's about to happen.
I need to binge. I think I'm gonna binge on the show before Sunday.
I need you to know what's going on before you show up to the damn party.
I just heard about it last week. I just met this guy last, so I'm gonna watch it.
God damn it!
Oh, I'm gonna watch it from now to the All
right,
Sunday I'm gonna come in there and be surprised.
y'all can find me everything at Jeffro5. Also, email us Taco Talk Tuesday if you want to come sit at the table, get on some conversation, have a good drink. Just email us TacoTalkTuesday@gmail.com. We will be back next week and catch you then.
I got hot sauce in my bag. I see it, I want